Israel's largest oil refinery has now been hit for the second time in just a matter of weeks. Israel rushes to contain the Haifa blaze as Iran continues raining revenge fire across critical sites. On camera, thick clouds of smoke shrouded one of Israel's most important oil refinery complexes. From Haifa to Beersheba, Iranian missiles are wreaking havoc as this war grows steadily deadlier. As Iran's brutal retaliation against Israel keeps escalating, is Donald Trump now effectively begging for peace? For the second time in this war, Israel's largest oil refinery came under Iranian fire again. On March 30th, a major fire broke out at the Bazan oil refinery in Haifa in northern Israel. The Haifa refinery is one of Israel's two operating oil refineries and its largest petrochemical complex. Reports said debris from an intercepted missile struck an industrial building and a fuel tank at the site. Israel Fire Service said a missile directly hit a tanker parked at the Bazan refinery compound. Videos from the aftermath also showed thick smoke rising above the Bazan oil refinery complex. Israel's energy minister later denied that the Haifa oil refinery itself had suffered production damage. Eli Cohen also said Israel's fuel supply would not be affected by the incident, according to Times of Israel. Israeli fire services were tasked with containing the blaze while searching for any trapped individuals. An Israeli firefighter reportedly told KN that extinguishing the fire could take several hours. Israel was also still assessing whether the missiles had come from Iran or from Hezbollah in Lebanon. Amid this, reports also said an Iranian cluster munition struck 5 locations across Haifa city. On March 19th, the Bazan oil refinery in Haifa had also been damaged by debris from Iranian missiles. That earlier Haifa attack reportedly injured 4 people and caused power disruptions in Israel.
An Israeli chemical factory in the Neot Hovav industrial zone was struck by an Iranian missile on March 29th, in one of the clearest examples of Iran's shift to industrial targets. A huge fire broke out across the complex, which houses several chemical manufacturing facilities and other industrial plants clustered in the Negev. At least 34 firefighting crews were deployed to contain the blaze, and officials later said that no hazardous material leaks were detected at the scene. The damaged plant belongs to Adama, a chemicals company that is part of the Chinese-owned Syngenta Group, and it sits around 12 kilometers from the city of Beersheba. Iran issued a sinister new threat just hours after its missile strike on a chemical factory in southern Israel, making clear that the attack was only a first warning shot. A senior Iranian commander said that retaliatory operations against the United States and Israel are already underway and are now intensifying with every new round of aggression. The commander of the IRGC's aerospace force made these remarks in an official statement released on March 29th, outlining Tehran's evolving response strategy. Brigadier General Majid Musavi said Iran's reply to what he called the enemy's attacks is being delivered through precise strikes on carefully chosen economic and military targets. Musavi's statements were carried by Iranian outlets such as Press TV, which detailed the scope of Iran's ongoing retaliation across the region.
Meanwhile, Iran has directly contradicted Trump's claims that both direct and indirect talks are underway. On March 30th, Iran's foreign ministry said that no direct negotiations are being held with the United States. Iran also described Trump's demands as excessive, unrealistic, and illogical. A day earlier, the U.S. president claimed talks were underway and that a deal with Iran could come soon. "We have had no direct negotiations with America so far, since the last round of negotiations until now. The U.S. demands have been very excessive, unrealistic, and illogical. The meetings that Pakistan has with neighboring countries are, well, a framework they themselves have established. We have not participated in this framework. Was the Strait of Hormuz ever closed before February 28th? Iran has, throughout all these years and over these decades, been the free guardian of maritime transit in the Persian Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz. What the world is facing now is a result of the military aggression of America and the Zionist regime. The actions that America and the Zionist regime carried out against Iran's nuclear facilities are absolutely illegal. They are a crime, both according to United Nations Security Council resolutions and according to IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency, Resolution 533. This action is absolutely illegal. It is criminal. More regrettable than this criminal action is the double standard of the agency and the Director General of the agency. Can it be allowed that Iran and Iranians be in a position of confronting the illegal aggression of America and the Zionist regime to use the available capabilities on the soil of regional countries while our armed forces remain silent? The duty of every authority demands that it respond to such cases with all its power.